So the starting gates are just being double and triple checked to ensure they are working efficiently, so to not result in any one cyclist having a disadvantage at the start. So we have our technical team checking out the start gates.
On the track, we had the sprints qualifying earlier this afternoon, and we are moving into the men's individual pursuit qualification.
Not yet.
On the track, hey, yo, sorry, are we live? No. So this is the Youth Commonwealth Games 2023, Trinbago 2023. As we can see, India on the track, and that's on the home straightaway. With me is Mr. Paul Montano, and we'll be taking you through this evening's program. And that's the start of the individual Trinidad, Barrett. As the Barrett is so we will give you the updates as they go around, and we are not getting the updated time for the Indian rider, but Trinidad and Tobago down by 1.569 seconds as they go around. This is a very important event. The riders will be seeing coming back to laps to go. Still the Indian rider leading. Now he is 2 seconds up on the rider from Trinidad and Tobago. We have seen a lot of action very early as well with the men and women individual sprint qualifications. And since we have that information, ladies and gentlemen, we'll let you know who will be qualifying into the quarterfinals later this evening. He seems to be struggling as he looks across the track, and the Indian rider is actually about to catch him. He's going to use him as a rabbit as he goes around the rider. It's all about time. It doesn't matter if he catches the rider. He has to keep going and finish the 3,000 meters to make sure that he gets the best time when he comes around. Indian rider is looking very good in the he has to try and qualify with the top 4 best times. The first and second will go for gold, and the fourth and third fastest times will go for the bronze eventually. But he is looking very, very good indeed. Alright, coming to see 5 laps to go, so and the Indian rider will be seeing 4 as we looking very, very strong. Very good in the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023. He is looking very strong as he's going around. His attitude so far is 50. As he has already lapped the Trinidad rider and coming down the front straightaway. The Indian rider coming to get the bell. 1 lap to go for the rider from India.
Is going around to finish on the back straight. Outside one of India finishing the time of 3 minutes, 35.23 seconds. Titus Barrett finishing a time of 3 minutes, 44.364 seconds. Those are your 2 first times in this qualifying event. Titus Barrett is aligned by sincerest apologies on that in a time of 4 minutes, 7.115 seconds. That is Titus Barrett of Trinidad and Tobago. This is the time event, ladies and gentlemen, as we are looking forward to our second heat. Max Buffon of Wales and Jaden Neves of Trinidad and Tobago.
And he will move into the number 1 spot, doing that 3 kilometers in an average speed of 50.041 kilometers on the track. We have Max Buffon of Wales and Jaden Neves of Trinidad and Tobago. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, will go into the 1 and 2, the fastest and second place will go for gold and silver, and for bronze will be the third world fastest times. So we still have number 3, 4, and 5. So we have a bunch of riders still to go. Scotland still has another rider from India, Wales, Australia having 2 riders, and so too Scotland still to come.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ronald. A very pleasant good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you're viewing this stream in the world right now. We welcome you once again to the National Cycling Velodrome in Balmain, Vancouver. Of course, Saxena in that first of the men's pursuing qualifying, he's looking very strong, Ronald.
Very good indeed. A very good ride by the youngster to do a time of 3 minutes 35.823 seconds. Hopefully we'll get the chance to speak with him before he goes out to ride the final and maybe get a personal best time for him. If it is, this might just be a very good time indeed for the rider. Trinidad and Tobago not having a very good evening so far with that ride, individual pursuit, but a very fast time for him as well, 4 minutes, 0.07 seconds. As we can see, the riders are now making their way. Jaden Neves of Trinidad and Tobago started on the back straightaway, and on the front straightaway we have Max Buffon of Wales. Buffon had a very good road part in the Saturday and Monday of the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023, and will be looking to do better on the track. He was just beaten out in the men's individual time trial, and he will be looking to dominate on the track. Yeah, so look out for a good time from Max Buffon of Wales. He just might go top after this ride.
All right, so they're at the starters line. It's Buffon of Wales, Neves of Trinidad and Tobago.
As we can see, Trinidad and Tobago just making sure that the bike is in the gate properly. We can see Neves now getting on the bike and getting ready to go. Once the bike is in the block, the time starts. As you can see, on the back straightaway, there's a countdown. 45 seconds to go, and they will get a countdown, and they will go at 0. 30 seconds to go.
A pretty decent crowd in for this first day of cycling in the velodrome. We expect that as time goes by and as the days go by, we're going to get much bigger crowds in as the evening go on.
And that's the start of the second heat between Max Buffon of Wales and Jaden Neves of Trinidad and Tobago. They'll be coming. The Welsh cyclists coming back to see the laps to go. Needs
Remember, this is the 3,000 meter. They're going 12 laps. 12 laps around the velodrome.
Buffon leading Neves. Not much. They've been, it's very, very close, but Buffon is still ranked second, still leading. Will be Saxena of India. He has done the fastest time so far, and ranked right now is the rider from Wales, that's Max Buffon. He will be getting faster and faster as he comes around. As I said, he was just beaten out in the men's individual road time trial on Saturday, as he's still ranked second, as he's still just behind as they go around. He's just 0.458 of a second, and he is getting quicker and quicker. So it's from Neves in this heat, and as they go around, he's still getting ranked in second position at a speed of 50 kilometers an hour. That is Buffon coming to see 6 laps to go, and he has moved into the lead. Buffon has moved into the lead. He has on rank number 1 as he goes around. He is ahead of the Trinidad and Tobago rider, and he's about to lap him very early in the race. He receives 5 laps to go. He is a second up. Looking very strong indeed as he goes around. Max Buffon of Wales now wins 2 seconds faster than the rider from India, and he'll be trying to set a new best time right here at the National Cycling Velodrome at the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023. Max Buffon of Wales looking very good indeed.
Looking very strong indeed. Yep.
Now 4 seconds ahead of the Indian rider. Saxena, he is trying to set a new best time. We'll wait to see what that best time would be, because the Indian rider did a time of 3 minutes 35.823 seconds.
Yeah, he's flying now.
He is moving at a speed of 51, maybe 52 kilometers an hour. He's 5 seconds up on the rider from India. Max Buffon coming to get the bell. It's 1 lap to go for Max Buffon. 6.5 seconds up on the rider of Saxena of India. He is going to set the best two times, 7 seconds up. It is Buffon coming to finish. Looking very good indeed. A very good ride for Buffon. 3 minutes 28.033 seconds for Buffon of Wales, 51 kilometers. Leaves now coming around, but Leaves is still ranked in third position as he comes around. He will be beating his teammate. Leaves finishes 3 minutes 53.42 seconds in third position for Jaden Neves. But what a time by the rider of Wales, Buffon. His first kilometer was 1 minute 12 seconds, and then he just got faster and faster. His second kilometer was 1 minute 6 seconds, 6.949 seconds, and he just slowed in the fourth kilometer with a time of 1 minute 8.977 seconds, but he did an excellent time of 3:28.033. Max Buffon into the lead.
Yeah, a very, very well executed race from Buffon. He looked in control from the very get-go, and he just maintained that pressure on Neves, and he finished very, very strongly indeed.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's only going to be the top 4 riders. The first and second fastest riders will go through to ride for gold and silver, and the third and fourth fastest riders will go into for the bronze and fourth place. Right now, Trinidad and Tobago is in third and fourth, and they'll try to see if they could hold on to that position at least to get into the top 4. But we have some fast riders coming. We have on the line from Scotland, Elliot Rowe, and from India, Akshar Tyagi of India, just on the line. He is on the back straightaway. Akshar Tyagi of India. On the front straightaway we have Elliot Rowe. Elliot Rowe, 20 seconds to the start. Elliot Rowe, 17 years old. He is a silver medalist on the road time trial at the 2023. He's the silver medalist at the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023 at the individual road time trial held on Saturday. He was fourth at the European Championships at the scratch race. He is the national individual pursuit champion, and he is in school, last year of school, about Bantry Academy. His personal best individual pursuit is 3 minutes 23.4 seconds. Wow. So he's going to be looking to set a really fast time.
Yeah, some record by Elliot, and he's coming in here with some real good experience under his belt, and silver at the road
individual time trial on Saturday.
Yep.
So he is going to be looking to set a new best time or a time in the Indian cyclist before him, so doing a very good time, and he is still as he is ranked second overall. Max Buffon still in the number one ranking for Wales. As the Wales get with the Scottish rider, now passing his side, home straight away. As 11 to go. So as the laps count goes down, we will get to the Rowe is now ranked second. He is just 0.268 down, and will be picking up the speed and try to beat the time of the Wales rider. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ronald Dickey. If you are now joining us at the Commonwealth Youth Games, I'm here with Paul Montano, and we'll try and run you through this program as smoothly as we can. And we had a delay, and we do apologize for that. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back up and we are running, and everything is live for all the Commonwealth countries and all over the world for you to see the Commonwealth Youth Games right here in Vancouver, the National Cycling Center, as we are proud to bring you these games live. As we can see, and he is still ranked in second position. That's Elliot. He now moves into the number one position, just 100th of a second of the rider from Wales, and he's getting faster and faster as he comes through. It is Elliot Rowe of Scotland. He moves into the number one position. He is looking very good indeed. His speed is 51 kilometers an hour, and he's accelerating. He is opening that gap on the rider from Wales, Max Buffon. He is coming to see 5 laps to go for the rider from Scotland, Elliot Rowe of Scotland. Now dropping into losing some time and moving back into the second rank. Elliot Rowe. As we can see, as we
Rowe into the number one position again, and as he picks up the speed at 52 kilometers an hour, Elliot Rowe of Scotland. Will take very good indeed as he gets to the bell, and he's about to catch the rider from India. India trying to set the best time as well to move into the third spot, but it's Elliot Rowe as he comes around. He's still in the number one position. As he comes around, we wait to get his time. Elliot Rowe will set a new best time of 3 minutes 26.978. 3 minutes 26.978 a second. Traveling at a speed of 52.179 kilometers an hour. The rider from India, Tarjay, now finishing, and he will drop into third position with a time of 3 minutes 35.382 seconds. As we have the next heat coming to the line, it will be Sam Fisher of Australia, Sam Fisher of Wales, and Samuel McKee of Australia. Coming next to the track, we have for heat number 4 on the front straight, that is Sam Fisher of Wales, and on the back straight, Samuel of Australia.
So as we continue this, the men's pursuit qualifying time, next on the track we have Sam Fisher of Wales. He's up against Samuel McKee of Australia.
Sixth in the individual time trial. That's the start. Heat number 4. Sam Fisher of Wales starting on the front straight in the red and black. And Samuel McKee of Australia starting on the back straight in the yellow and green. These cyclists are very good at what they do. They are endurance-based and they are going to show with the best record thus far set by Elliot Rowe of Scotland in a time of 3 minutes 26.978. That is the time to beat on.
Fisher getting a very slow start, but in 6th position at the start, but he moves into the front very quickly. He is in the number 1 position as they go around, and he is going at a speed at 48 kilometers an hour. Sam Fisher of Wales at the front of right now leading the Australians, but this event is far from over because they'll be coming back to see how long the 8 laps to go. So it is the Australian now passing us on the home straightaway, and the World cyclists coming down at the home straightaway right now. So care on your riders, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sam Fisher of Wales going very fast indeed as he is ranked at the number 1 so far on the track, trying to set the best time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the top 4 go through. The top 2 fastest riders, first and second, will go for gold and silver. And the bronze will be between the 3rd and 4th fastest time. So it is still Fisher leading. He is 1 second up on Elliot Rowe as they go around up to almost 2 seconds as he is coming back to see 5 laps, coming back to see 5 laps to go for Fisher.
Sam Fisher has made the speed up. He is 2 seconds in front of the leading time, Sam Fisher of Wales.
We saw Samuel McKee in the road event as well. So do Sam Fisher, but McKee seems to be really just a bit as he's down into the 4th rank right now. Sam Fisher still leading as they go around. 1.837 seconds up for Fisher as he comes fast the home straightaway once again.
So this is the men's pursuit qualifying. For those of you who are not too familiar with the sport, it's 3,000 meters. The riders go around the track 12 times in this particular race. On the track right now we have Sam Fisher of Wales and Samuel McKee of Australia.
They're coming for the bell. Fisher getting the bell right now. Sam Fisher of Wales looking very good indeed. He just might set a new best time. Sam Fisher as he accelerates on the back straightaway, and on the home straightaway we have Samuel McKee of Australia trying to hold on to that 4th spot ranking. Fisher finishes, and he is a new best time for Sam Fisher. 3 minutes 25, 3 minutes 25.553 seconds, 3 minutes 25.553 seconds.
Samuel McKee also stopped the clock there in a time of 3 minutes 29.87 seconds, slotting himself into 4th place as we are preparing for the final heat in this men's pursuit qualifying. Noah Flannan of Australia and Philip Callum Moyer of Scotland.
So we are heading into the final heat, ladies and gentlemen, in the men's individual pursuit. So we have some very fast times so far. Sam Fisher of Wales going into the front with a time leading with a time of 3 minutes 25.553 seconds. He will qualify first at this time, but we still have 2 more riders to go. Elliot Rowe is in second position with a time of 3 minutes 26.978 seconds. Buffon in third from Wales with a time of 3 minutes 28.033 seconds, and Samuel McKee holding on to that fourth spot. Only 4 will go through. The top 2 will go into the gold medal and silver medal, and the third and fourth will go into the bronze medal ride-off. So on the track right now we have Noah Banning of Australia and Callum Mora of Scotland.
Yeah, how impressed have you been, Ronald, so far, what you've seen?
Yeah, the times have been very fast by the riders from Wales, Scotland and Australia so far.
Australia on the back straight, Philip Moya of Scotland. It is the 5th and final heat of the men's pursuit qualifying. That's the start. Noah Gladden of Australia on the front straight, Philip Moya of Scotland on the back straight.
Normally when we seated for these events, we try to see, as you can see, Noah Banning of Australia having a very good start indeed, as he goes right into the first ranking with as they go around. Noah Banning already moving into the lead. Only the top 4 cyclists will move forward, and we'll see who that will be after this final heat.
This is the first time we have seen these 2 cyclists on the bikes for the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023, but they are showing it all on the track right here at the National Cycling Velodrome in Vancouver.
So Banning is still leading right now. We'll just talk about on the track. He is leading Mora of Scotland, so Australia from Scotland as they go around. But Banning has picked up the pace, and he is 1 second ahead of the fastest time that is set so far, which is from Sam Fisher of Wales.
With 87 laps to go. Moya also just see. If you look on the track, you can see that Australia has quite a gap on the Scottish cyclists, and Noah Gladden is still in the lead, virtually 2 seconds faster than the fastest time thus far.
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's not who wins the heat, it's the time that they set is going to get them in. So right now we have Banning ranked number 1 on the track, and Callum ranked number 3. So he will try to pick up the pace as much as possible. The first 2, the fastest 2 times, will go through for gold and silver. Third and fourth will ride off for the bronze, but Banning is still leading. He did his first kilometer in 1 minute 5.98 seconds, and that was the fastest time set so far for the first 2,000 meters. Sorry, for the first 2,000 meters, it was 2 minutes 15.099. For the first kilometer for him, it was 1 minute 9.112 seconds. So he has been leading from the start. This is Noah Banning of Australia. We have not seen Banning. He did not ride the road events, but he's looking very strong indeed. The Scottish rider now moving into the second rank. He has picked up the pace as he has actually moved into the first position rank. The Scottish rider, Callum Mora is accelerating as they see the bell and they come around. It is Mora as he is still in the lead. It's going to be very close, but it's Mora of Scotland taking the fastest qualifying time with 3 minutes 23.775 seconds.
Moya of Scotland went into the final kilometer in second position overall, and he got his legs going in that final kilometer to take the top qualifying spot. Noah Brannan third overall in a time of 6 minutes 25.593 seconds. So your official results, gold and silver, will be between qualifying for the gold medal ride will be Philip Moya of Scotland and Sam Fisher of Wales, and for your bronze medal showdown it is Noah Brannan of Australia and Elliot Rowe of Scotland. We are in for a very fast pursuit finals later on.
That's right, it's going to be very, very fast later on when these riders are matched back up. So we have the 4 qualifiers that will go through for gold and silver, and we have the riders that will ride off for bronze as we get ready for the next event. It will be the quarterfinals for the women's sprint. It is 2 best out of 3 rides. The winner advances to the semifinals. Other ranked qualification times. Qualification time. Best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, this velodrome track, thus far proving to be very, very quick. Seeing some really impressive times. Some really impressive times so far by the riders. Of course, Scotland. Callum Mora coming out on top with the fastest time in the men's pursuit qualifying. Pretty decent crowd in today. This is the first day at the track, the National Cycling Velodrome here in Hoover. Fans flock in the arena from Trinidad and Tobago, from Scotland, from Australia, from Malaysia, India, all around the Commonwealth. Fans have traveled to support the parents, family members have traveled to support their children and their countrymen, and they are not disappointed. They have not disappointed whatsoever. Some really impressive times, and you can see the hard work, the training over the last couple of months, the couple of years they have been training, all being displayed on the track today. Some really, really impressive times.
As we see the riders just warming down on the inner track after the men's individual pursuit. Both riders here will be going through into the top 4 and be riding off later this evening. On the track for the women's sprint, we have Marvelous Olawale of Nigeria and Sarah Johnson of Scotland. This should be an easy ride for the Scottish rider, setting one of the best times. The Nigerian, again, development nation, coming to the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023 and doing very well indeed to qualify. This is heat number 1 for the women sprints quarterfinals. It will be 2 best out of 3 rides as we just wait on the riders to make their way to the track. So we have coming to the track women's sprints, quarterfinals. First heat.
So the first heat in this quarterfinal men's sprint coming to the line. Vedant Jadhav of India will meet Donald James of Trinidad and Tobago in the first quarterfinal ride for the men's sprint. This is best 2 of 3. For the semifinals. Vedant Jadhav of India versus Donald James of Trinidad and Tobago.
Ryan Tate of Australia and Sindel Samaru automatically qualifies into the next round, the semifinals. So the Australian Ryan Tate and the Trinidadian Sindel Samaru will qualify into the semifinals automatically. To the track, Trinidad and Tobago, Daniel James and Vedant of India. The fourth heat, this will be heat number 3, well, heat number 1 on the track. Heat number 4 will be Putra Darwish of Malaysia going up against William Salter of Wales. Coming to the track, we could see the rider from Trinidad and Tobago making his way on to the track, and the rider from India getting to his bag check and making his way up.
A very popular event around the sprint, where it's the total distance of 3 laps. And of course, it's not only about speed, but strategy as well.
Yes, it's a very tactical event for the sprinters. They have to pay close attention. Just to run you through, the riders will be doing 3 laps. At the start of the event, they must ride no slower than walking pace as they go around into the back straightaway. The officials will be paying very close attention. After they pass that white line on the back straightaway, they are allowed to go to a track stance, but nothing more than 30 seconds. Otherwise, the ride will be blown off and they'll be called back to the start line.
So Donald James of Trinidad and Tobago taking to the track. He will be starting on the outside as the cyclist out of India. That is Vedant Jadhav makes his way on the south.
So Jadhav now rolling to the line. A lot of rules in mat sprinting, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of rules. Once the sprint has started, the riders are asked to keep a very straight line. Once they enter the sprinter's lane and a rider coming around, they are not allowed to come out of that lane or impede the forward movement of the rider behind them.
So up now with the track, we're getting ready for the men's quarterfinals. The men's quarterfinals is on the track. Donald James of Trinidad and Tobago versus Jadhav of India.
Jadhav of India leading, going around. He must lead for the first quarter or half lap. Jadhav of India. James of Trinidad and Tobago. Jadhav just moving away. James giving some space as they come to see 2 laps to go. But it's India from Trinidad and Tobago. India from Trinidad and Tobago. And that's the way they go around. Trinidad and Tobago coming over the top. The Indian rider keeping him very high. It is India from Trinidad and Tobago. They're coming for the bell. India from Trinidad and Tobago. Out of the top of this composure and this round
from India, very well achieved, taking sprint at the right time, Donna James taking line number 1 for Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, this is the best out of 3 events to qualify for the next round. And next up on the track we'll be having Darius Putra of Malaysia coming up at William Salt.
Salter against Putra. The Malaysian Putra on the inside, Salter of Wales drawing the outside position.
So lots of excitement. The excitement is building. The excitement continues here at the velodrome. Very good race we saw earlier on by Daniel James, and now trackside we have Malaysia against William Salter from Wales up against Darius Putra from Malaysia.
That's the start, and Putra on the inside, but the Welsh cyclist decided he's not going to ride from behind and he wants to go from the front. And Salter from Wales going very early indeed, very early. Salter of Wales, Putra right on the wheel from Malaysia. Malaysia known for very good sprinters, as they had Josiah Ning at one of their top sprinters as years gone by. As he comes around and he's paying close attention to Salter. Salter is looking. It is Malaysia from Wales, and Wales goes again down the inside. Wales from Malaysia, Salter from Putra as they go around. It is still Wales from Malaysia. Malaysia gets hunting their prey down as they come into the final hunter pick them up. But Salter is holding them up. It is Wales from Malaysia. Wales! Wow, what a ride! But the rider out of Wales, Salter, he held them up. A lot of attacking, a lot of going to the front, but he still held off the young Malaysian Putra in the end. A very good ride by Salter of Wales, taking that first heat and the best of the 2 out of 3.
I am looking forward to that second ride. It is going to be exciting. And looking at the sprinting for the men, we move into the women's sprint. Their quarterfinal ride in heat number 1, Marvelous Olawale of Nigeria with Sarah Johnson of Scotland.
This is the women's quarterfinals in heat number 1. From Nigeria, Marvelous Olawale. From Scotland, Sarah Johnson. This is heat number 1. Best 2 out of 3 rides in the quarterfinals. Heat number 2 will be Malaysia's own An Tong Young, and she will be going up against Trinidad and Tobago, Alexi Wilson in heat number 2.
So these rides are coming in fast and furious for some of these riders having competed about an hour or so ago, and they need to, come back, qualify for the other races. Nigeria
really on the inside. She will have to lead. Johnson on the outside.
Sarah Johnson qualified in a time of 11.68. The fastest time in the women, in a time of 15.429 seconds. The Scottish rider leading the Nigerian down the back straight.
It should be an easy ride for the Scottish rider, but anything could happen in mat sprinting. One year at the Commonwealth Games, Chris Hoy lost to a rider that gave a flyer, and he thought that he could come back and did not, and was knocked out in the first rounds of the mat sprinting. The Scottish rider Chris Hoy, multiple world champion, so people can't get it wrong. So she will pay close attention in this ride and make sure that no mistakes happen. Johnson of Scotland leading as they go around. Again, not wasting too much energy. The Nigerian rider will try her best, but it will be Johnson of Scotland coming to take the first ride. And a job well done by the Scottish rider and the Nigerian rider.
Sarah Johnson took that ride in a time of 13.309 seconds and a speed of approximately 54 kilometers an hour. They will rejoin us on the track for their second ride later on, but into heat number 2. Alexia Wilson of Trinidad and Tobago will meet An Tong Young of Malaysia.
Rolling to the line from Malaysia on the outside, An Tong Young. This is heat number 2. On the inside from Trinidad and Tobago, Alexa Wilson. An Tong Young qualified second fastest with a time of 11.733 seconds. Alexa Wilson qualified in 7th position with a time of 13.089. This is going to be a ride for the Trinidadian to come back, or will An Tong Young of Malaysia be able to hold off? Wilson paying a very close attention as they go down the back straightaway. She goes wide, allows the Malaysian into the inside. She looks like she would want to be able to see the Malaysian throughout this ride, and she goes higher up the bank. to train some momentum. The Malaysian staying down in the sprinter's lane and watching her closely as they come to see 2 laps to go. The Malaysian are now going high, will be trying to get some momentum as well, because they'll be coming back for the bell. Wilson paying close attention. It is Malaysia from Trinidad and Tobago. Malaysia from Trinidad and Tobago. Malaysia as they head down the back straightaway. It is Malaysia from Trinidad and Tobago as they'll be coming for the bell. It is Malaysia from Trinidad and Tobago. Malaysia looking very good indeed. Anton Young of Malaysia as she accelerates down the back straightaway and pulls away from the Trinidadian Alexa Williams as she is coming around. It will be Anton Young of Malaysia will take ride number 1 in heat number 2 and the two best out of 3 in each heat.
A great opportunity for Alexia Wilson of Trinidad and Tobago to race against the caliber that the Youth Commonwealth Games brings to Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go one more time for our youth women. As they go around and coming to the track for heat number 3, Trinbago Jasudasan of India against Nur Alyssa of Malaysia.
Jasudasan of India and Alyssa of Malaysia. This is heat number 3. Alyssa of Malaysia moving to the start line. She has drawn the number 2 position, meaning she will be on the outside. Jasudasan of India coming to the line. Alyssa of Malaysia qualified 3rd fastest with a time of 11.772 seconds. Jasudasan of India qualified 6th fastest with a time of 12.943. Jasudasan of India is 18 years of age, and she will be taking part on the 100 meter time trial and the sprints and carry. As they move down that straightaway, the riders are not allowed to ride slower than walking
Pace, and we have to keep going as we can hear the officials let them know. It's India still leading Malaysia as they head down the back straightaway. India still leading Malaysia. Jasudasan of India still leading. Alyssa of Malaysia. 2 laps to go. A very slow and watchful race by both riders as they go around. It is still Jasudasan of India, Alyssa of Malaysia as they pick up the pace just a little bit as they head down the back straightaway. Jasudasan of India as she now tries to get that gear up. The Malaysian dive into the inside with 1 lap to go, and there goes Alyssa of Malaysia leading it out very early, but Jasudasan of India is right on the wheel. It's still the Malaysian from India. Malaysia from India. India will try and make a move. Will she be able to come around? It doesn't look so. In this heat, it is the Malaysian will come home and take this heat number 4. Heat number 3. And the 2 best out of 3 rides. So that's Alyssa from Malaysia moving ahead in the first ride off. Coming to the track,
Heat number 4, your point heat is around the swinging the women. It's Macario of Trinidad of Australia. Australia qualified in a time of 11.853 seconds, and Macario Wallace qualified in a time of 12.115 seconds. This is the final heat in ride number 1 in the women's quarterfinal sprint.
Wallace on the inside, Tataryn off on the outside, Trinidad and Tobago on the inside, Australia on the outside. These riders qualified 4th and 5th, very close times to each other. Tataryn off just ahead of Wallace, but this is no longer a time trial. This is mat sprinting. To turn it off at the back, Wallace at the front. To turn off of Australia at the back, paying close attention, Wallace looking on. Turning off from Wallace, Australia, from Trinidad and Tobago. To turning off going wide on the bank, trying to gain some time. Wallace paying close attention. To turning off going on the inside, the Trinidadian will have to make some space. It's Australia from Trinidad and Tobago. Australia from Trinidad and Tobago as they go around down the back straightaway. It is Australia from Trinidad and Tobago. Australia from Trinidad and Tobago. One rider from Trinidad and Tobago will be able to come around to turn it off over Australia. Will take ride number 1. A very good ride by both riders, but she will take ride number 1. And this 2 best out of 3. That was heat number 4. Great ride by the Australia. They will meet up later on in this evening's program again as we move on into the next event for this evening. Which will be the second rider for the men's
Daniel James.
So we'll be moving into the heat number 3, well, heat number 1 on the track, because moving through to the semifinals is Ryan Tate of Australia and Sindel Samaru. Coming to the track from India, Jahav of India, Vedant Jahav of India was the runner-up in the first ride, winning the first ride. Darnell James of Trinidad and Tobago. This is ride number 2 in this heat.
Quarterfinal action continues here in the men's sprint. Daniel James versus Yadav of India is up next on track.
If Vedant Jahav takes this ride, he will force a third and deciding ride. If James wins this ride, he goes into the semifinal.
How do you see this one going, Ronald, after the first round between these two? Do you see James coming back?
I think James will come back. He looked very comfortable indeed in that first ride-off against Jahav. And the Indian rider looked very good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the Trinidadian just had that bit more than the other rider. So I'm thinking that even in qualifying, James was quicker than him. So we shall see that rider move forward into the semifinals. Moving into the semifinals, he is going, because he's in that heat, he will come up against his teammate,
right,
Sindel Samaru.
Yeah.
So it'll be Trinidad against Trinidad, and then in heat number 4, it's going to be between Salter, who won with that amazing ride.
Yes,
that
definitely.
was an amazing ride by the Welsh rider, right, from Putra, who we thought looked more like that sprinter built kind of rider that would take the ride, but he didn't get it in the end, and Salter took it. So the winner if Salter wins, he will have to face the fastest man on the track so far, which is Ryan Tate of Australia.
Very interesting, very interesting.
As we go back to the track and we see James from Jahav of India. On the inside from Trinidad and Tobago, Daniel James. Vedant Jadhav of India on the outside. James rolls on into the sprinter's lane. Jadhav on the outside. James, if he wins this ride, as I said earlier, will go into the semifinals. If Jadhav of India wins this ride, he will force a third and deciding ride. James paying close attention, very close attention to the Indian rider.
It's almost like a cat and mouse game, this, is it?
It is James from Jadhav. James from Jadhav. Trinidad and Tobago from India. Trinidad and Tobago from India as they come down the hill swiftly. It is Trinidad and Tobago from India. Trinidad and Tobago from India. India trying to make a move as they go down into the final 100. But it is James from Trinidad and Tobago. James from Trinidad and Tobago will go through into the semi-finals in the men's mad sprint. That's fine.
Very good ride there by Daniel James.
An excellent ride.
Keeping his competitor very close to him in his eyesight at every time and just executing that race. James moves on. Yeah, look at him.
A very good ride by James. Coming down, relaxing, just looking at his rider, making sure that
total control of that race, James.
But we have seen the officials on the radio, so we're waiting to see what is that chatter all about, if there's been a regulation, but we're waiting to hear from the officials first if there was a regulation on the rider from Trinidad and Tobago. If there was, they will have a third and deciding. India will take the win, and they will have to do a third and deciding ride. But we'll wait to see.
Hopefully not.
What will happen.
It is official, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel James takes 2 straight rides in the quarterfinal against the Dog of India and qualifies for the semifinal.
On the line, we have Salter on the inside, Putra on the outside, Wales on the inside, Malaysia on the outside. This was one of the closest rides we've had all night long. A different type of sprinter, William Salter of Wales, not just waiting for the last lap. reminds me more of an endurance rider. But it's still Salter leading Putra of Malaysia. William Salter, Darwish Putra.
They're almost
Salter
standing still.
from Putra.
Who dips first? Who dips first? As the trickery.
Different type of tactics from Salter in this ride.
Yeah, look at them.
But he is still at the front. Darwish Putra of Malaysia looks
Pedestrian
to
pace.
take this ride. If he does,
Pedestrian
he's going
pace,
to
these
force
two.
a tail and deciding ride-offs.
Cat and mouse continues.
Salter doesn't want that. He wants to get into the semifinals tonight. 2 laps to go as the riders come.
So
to a
intriguing
very
to
slow
see these two
roll.
stiff competition at pedestrian pace.
It is still Salter from
It's all about skill.
Putra,
This
Wales from
men's
Malaysia.
sprint quarterfinals. It's not always about speed, it's about skill and how you execute that race. Make sure you have that perfect race. Timing, very important.
Salter leading Putra as they head down the back straightaway. A very slow roll for both riders, trying to save as much energy for the last sprint in the end. Malaysia going to the inside. Putra going to the inside and picking up the pace. Does Salter have the energy after all those attacks in the first ride-off? There is Putra from Salter. Malaysia from Wales. Malaysia from Wales as they head down the back straightaway. The Malaysian seems to be in control. If he wins this ride, he will force a third and deciding ride. The head comes from Wales on the outside. And then we'll wait for the photo finish.
Salter looks to
Very
have gotten
close
the edge there. Did he do enough?
Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think took that race? We are awaiting the official results.
Will it be a third and deciding? Yes, it will be a third and deciding ride. Putra
Of Malaysia takes that ride, that second ride.
forces a third and deciding ride between the Welsh rider Will Salter. Very, very close in the end. A photo finish indeed.
Wow.
So we will have Putra and Salter, as you can see up on the board, how close it was. That's why we have photo finish and these ages. One of the closest rides that we have seen between the Malaysian and Salter.
As we go to the front of the second ride of the women finals on the line. Heat number 1, Sarah Johnson of Scotland on the inside against Magnus Olafle of Nigeria on the outside. Sarah Johnson took the first ride. Olawale must win this to force a third and deciding ride. The Nigerian currently leading the Scottish cyclists. Johnson, we know, has a very high turn speed. how will Illinois deal with that? 2 laps to go. Illinois still leading Boston, Nigeria from Scotland.
As they get the ball, 1 lap to go.
And it's Sarah Johnson on
Yeah.
of Nigeria, and Sarah Johnson comes into the home straight, and she will take this quarterfinal into
Sarah Johnson. Dominant ride, dominant performance by Sarah Johnson over her Nigerian counterpart. She certainly is steamrolled her way into the semi-final.
As our other pairing in heat number 2, they come to the line now. This is An Thong Young of Malaysia in the all-black tracksuit up against the cyclist in the red, white and black, that is Alexia Wilson.
So the action is well and on the way at the velodrome here, the National Cycling Velodrome in Vancouver, Trinidad and Tobago. If you're just joining us, we say good afternoon or good morning or good night, whatever part of the world you are viewing or stream. This is, of course, the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023, and track cycling takes the center stage today, the first of 3 days of lots of action right here at the Cycling Velodrome.
Anton Young of Malaysia on the inside, Alexia Wilson of Trinidad and Tobago on the outside.
So we have Malaysia versus Trinidad and Tobago.
Young of Malaysia took the first ride. Wilson must win this to force a third and deciding ride to have a chance at qualifying for the semi-final. It is Young from Wilson, Malaysia from Trinidad and Tobago.
It's the home team. Wilson is cheered on by her supporters, by the local crowd here. This is a close contest. 2 laps to go. Nothing between them. They get the bell. Very good these two. Anton Young continuing her dominance over Wilson and winning this second round between the two. Alexis.
Before we get into the final round, very strategic, a lot of mind games involved in this sprint event. As we prepare to go to the line for heat number 3, Nur Alyssa of Malaysia versus Srimati Jasutasan of India.
That one seemed that it was going to be a bit close. But Anton Young showing her class and winning, defeating Wilson of Trinidad and Tobago. Lots of support for the local athletes as we
rolling off the line, new Alyssa of Malaysia leading the Sudasan of India. Alyssa won the first ride, so the Sudasan of India must win this one to force a third and deciding ride to qualify for the semi-finals. Women for the points race, women for the points race to the holding lead now. Both cyclists paying very close attention to the other as Asia leads India with 2 laps to go.
as they come around to take the bell. Who takes?
That's the bell. The start of India leads into the final lap. Will she be able to hold off Alyssa of Malaysia? Malaysia into turn 3 comes over the top. And it looks like Alyssa from Malaysia. 2 straight rides over the Sudasan of India, and will go into the semifinals later on with a ride by both cyclists. When they come around, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear some noise for the best youth Commonwealth cyclists we have in Trinidad and Tobago right now. While we prepare for the 4th and final heat in this women's sprint quarterfinal, Leah Taternoff of Australia will meet Wallace once again of Trinidad and Tobago.
Of Australia, leading them as they go around. Wallace of Trinidad and Tobago. Taternoff needs to win this ride to go through to the semifinals. Wallace needs to win this ride to make it a 3rd and deciding. It is still Taternoff from Wallace, Australia, Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago moves into the front. With a lap to go, it is Wallace of Trinidad and Tobago, Taternoff on her wheel. It is Trinidad and Tobago from Australia. Australia accelerates on the back straightaway and she comes alongside. She has to come the long way around. It's Taternoff over Australia. Will take 2 rides straight and go into the semifinals in the Junior Women Commonwealth Youth Games 2023 right here at the National Cycling Velodrome.
Let's one more time for Australia and Trinidad and Tobago. Entertaining racing by these young women, the best that the Commonwealth has to offer. But at this time, we move into the next event. Ronald, this is personally one of my favorites. It's also sometimes one of the most difficult to keep track of, but the team and its timing, they will keep us well updated, and we will keep you well updated. This is the Women's Sports Race Final.
Women's points race final, 60 laps, 15 kilometers. Also, when we get the scores, ladies and gentlemen, on the points, you can look up on the scoreboard as well to keep track of who is leading the race. All the point scoring will be shared for everyone to see. It's actually up on the scoreboard for the riders so they can check their points to see where they are.
And of course, if you like to follow on your handheld mobile device, you can visit racetrack.ca for all the live updates as it relates to timing for the track cycling events. That is racetiming.ca. Go to their website and you will receive all the updates here and now. Thanks to Doug and team, they've been doing an exceptional job all weekend long.
Two of the riders to watch will be Lauren Emily Bates and I got some information from her. Her parents, born and bred in Canberra, the Australian Capital Territory. 17 years of age. She's been racing since 2013. Some of her stats: she is the 2023 Omnium Australian Under-19 champion. So she is a very good endurance rider. She also is the 2023 Commonwealth Youth Games individual road time trial gold medalists.
11 cyclists on this start list. Ronald, as you can see, some will be starting on the rail and some will start on the blue band. This is a very familiar sight for mass start events.
Also in this event, we have Kira Will. She is the 2023 Commonwealth Youth Games Road Champion, which was held yesterday at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. She is the Oceanic Track Championship gold medalist in the Omnium Under-19, the gold medalist in the Madison at the Oceania Track Championships as well. She is the gold medalist with her team in the team pursuit Under-19, which set a national record. She's also the Australian Track National gold medalist in the points race and gold in the Madison as well. She has a very, very long list, and I thank their parents for sending it to me, and hopefully through all the weekend long we will be able to give more of her stats. She has a lot to go. She is still in school in her 12th year doing final exam and trying to fit it all in between the Youth Commonwealth Games, and she's heading to the Junior World Championships in Cali, Colombia, which is coming up soon. So thank you, Stuart and Shona, for that information as they will roll off and go around. It's a rolling start for the junior women. This is the points race.
15 kilometers, that equates to 60 laps of this velodrome. That means there will be 6 sprints for points every 10 laps.
And that's the start, 60 laps to go. The Australians, as they've been all weekend long, 1 and 2 at the front of the peloton. The rider from India following, then we have Scotland. Also in the mix, we have South Africa, and South Africa has 2 riders, Australia 2, India 2, Malaysia 2, Wales 1, Nigeria 1, and Trinidad and Tobago 1, but those Nigeria and Trinidad and Tobago did not start, so very controlled ride, as the riders see 58 laps to go. It is going to be a long 60 laps for these junior women. A rider from Scotland and South Africa now going wide. So to the Malaysian as they share all the work. From Malaysia we have Hassim and Amira. From Malaysia, from Scotland, Thompson and White, Evie White. From South Africa, Duplus and Morton. From Wales, Richards.
The majority of these cyclists, we saw them in action on the road yesterday and on Saturday. So it's great to see them transition onto the 250-meter wooden track at the National Velodrome in Vancouver. South Africa moves to the front of the field as she goes up, opening up for Australia to do some of the work.
That is Kira Will of Australia moving to the front. The Welsh rider now coming up. That's Lowry Richards of Wales. She now rides at the front, being followed by one of the riders of Scotland. The Scottish riders in second and third. But they'll be coming back around to see 53 laps to go, 52 laps to go. They get the bell on every one. So on 51, they'll get the bell and they will sprint for 5 points. Every time the riders sprint, the first rider will get 5 points, the second rider will get 3, the third 2, and the fourth rider 1 point. In the final sprint, it will be double points, so it's 10, 6, 4, and 2, and the rider with the most amount of points will come out on top. As we see number 56 rushing with the first set of points, that's Millie Thompson of Scotland trying to rush over the top, but the Australians are holding off as much as possible. India as well also come in to get points, but it's Australia getting the first set of points. It looks, I will tell you from which Australian it is. It looked like number 2. That was Bates taking 5 points. Will of Australia 3. What?
Danyada of India taking 2 points, and Millie Thompson of Scotland taking 1 point.
So that's the standings after one sprint. We have a rider off the back of the peloton. After that sprint, looks like a rider from India, it looks like. Scottish riders are controlling the race.
Mr. DJ, we can have some music. This is a very long event. Let's remind us that they are in Trinbago 2023 for the 7th Commonwealth Youth Games. Let's give them something to race to, Mr. DJ.
The Malaysian rider now coming to the front as the Scots now come around. They come in to see 46 laps to go. South Africa paying close attention. Also, to make it a little more difficult for you to follow the event, if a rider breaks away from the main peloton and goes their way all the way around and laps the main peloton, they will gain 20 points. They will not gain a lap, they will gain 20 points. All riders will finish on the same lap as the leader of the event. The leader of the event is always the rider with the most amount of points.
And the leader on the track, if you look at the gentleman starting on the first straight in that red shirt, he will be pointing at the leaders on the track every time they come around, so you don't lose track of who's at the front on the track.
Malaysia leading as they go around. Scotland now coming to the front. Coming back for 42 laps to go. And then we'll have the second sprint. So still leading, we have Lauren Bates of Australia, Kira Wills in second position, also of Australia. Bates with 5 points, Will with 3 points. Danyada of India with 2 points, and Thompson of Scotland with 1 point. And that's the bell. Australia once again controlling at the front. India right there. Thompson trying to rush over the top, and she does. So she wants to get maximum points. Australia trying to control the front, and it's going to be very close. We'll wait for the official on that, but Dan Dada of India also up in the points as well. Millie Thompson of Scotland takes 5 points as she steals the march from Kira Will of Australia with 3 points, Lauren Bates of Australia with 2, and Dan Dada of India with 1 point. So the official standing still: Bates with 7, Will with 6, tied with Thompson of Scotland with 6, and India in 4th with 3 points.
So we also had one of the cyclists out of India, that is RB Vishwan. She went off the back and was lapped by the field, and she's now being called out. The officials, when a cyclist is lapped by the field, they go into the negative. She was down 20 points, negative 20 points. The of her out this time around. India still having Danyada in this event, and she also has points on the board. 3 points for Danyada.
Leading them as they go around, that is Lauren Bates of Australia, our leader, our points leader right now. The race will heat up. I think we're halfway through, almost halfway through. We're coming up on the 3rd sprint just shortly. Richards of Wales now going off the bank, so to the Scottish rider. South African riders still not scoring any points. Riders from Malaysia and South Africa and Wales still not scoring any points so far in this event. Evie White of Scotland as well has not scored any points so far. So we'll wait to see if Hassim White, De Plus, Morton, Richards will be able to get up onto the scoreboard. So to Hassim of Malaysia, as you see, 33 laps to go. as we are closer to the halfway point of this event.
So this
each and every cyclist in this event have shown their skill and ability, so points are really and truly up for grabs for all. We would have seen Jesse Montana of South Africa on the road over the past 7 days. She would have done very well indeed. But it comes down to strategy once again, going at the right time because that's the bell, so that means points up for grabs next after round.
Welsh rider on the inside, she's decided that it's time for her to take points, and she's going to try and hold off the Australians, but it looks like Bates rushing over the top, and it's going to be close to points. India trying to get back in the point system as well. It's close for the third set of points, third and fourth. Very close indeed, but it was Bates of Australia taking 5 points, Thompson of Scotland taking 3 points, Daniada of India taking 2, and the Welsh rider Lowry Richards scoring 1 point, so she gets on the board and she now moves into 5th position, leading on the scoreboard. And for our points leader, Lauren Bates of Australia with 12. From Scotland in 2nd position, Millie Thompson with 9. Kira Will of Australia in 3rd position, or the bronze medal position I should say right about now, is Kira Will of Australia with 6 points. In 4th position, Dantada of India with 5 points. Laurie Richards of Wales in 5th position with 1 point. The rest of the riders are yet to score, but it's now halfway into the event, and we'll wait to see who will be able to come up and get some points. Rider off the back from South Africa.
This is the marathon of cycling, if you want to call it that. Remember, 60 laps.
Scottish rider making a move very halfway through the race. That is number 57. That's Evie White. We saw her on the road. She was very impressive indeed. Evie White trying to break away as we have Bates trying to bring her back, and so to Will of Australia. Evie White of Scotland pulling away.
Any significant breakaway in an event such as the points race can change the dynamic of things. Scotland having 2 cyclists in there, they're going to try to utilize that to the best of their ability. At this point in time, it's still Evie White pushing out in front as she enters the back straight, having just about quarter lap or so over the main bunch.
Evie White, she is 18 years of age. She is the national points race champion for Scotland, and she's actually starting a sports science degree at Watt University in Edinburgh. She has a personal best in the individual pursuit of 2 minutes and 34 seconds over 2,000 meters.
Almost half a lap White has on the main bus. The Australians coming to the front of the velodrome, looking to up the tempo, hit the rain White in.
That's Kira Will of Australia leading them as Evie White gets the bell. Remember, we told you if she laps the main peloton, she will get an extra 20 points, but Australia, Bates trying to get up there as well, so too Will. But the Indian rider, ladies and gentlemen, is riding excellent indeed. Dantada of India is trying to get up there, but they are closing with this sprint on White. But it will be Bates from Will, and Thompson will take the minor positions, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Evie White will take 5, put her into the standings as well.
The Scottish cyclists sandwich the Australians with position 1 and 4, with the Australians taking 2nd and 3rd that particular sprint. Evie White is back with the main bunch. She's no longer a threat with 5 points added to her hit. She gets her name on the scorecard.
So we have rider now not being able to finish. That's Anya de Plus of South Africa pulling out of the event. Laurie Richards of Wales now leads them around as she moves away from the peloton, and Bates will have none of it, and she will roll to the front and close the gap very quickly. We still have the two Scottish riders in there, so too Morton of South Africa in the mix. But our leaders and our points leader right now with 15 points from Australia, Lauren Bates. In second position, or silver medal position, with 10 points from Scotland, Millie Thompson. In third position from Australia with 8 points, bronze medal position, Kira Wills. In fourth position from India, JP Dantada of India, again with 5 points. Evie White tied with her in fourth position from Scotland with 5 points, and Laurie Richards of Wales have 1.
So at the last couple of velodrome, the cyclists will be doing some basic mathematics in their head, because we have 2 sprints remaining. The final sprint is double points. So where they are on the points rankings right now, they will be calculating and doing a calculated ride as such.
That's right. As you can see, Richards now rolling to the front. None of the riders want to use up too much energy, as they know another sprint is coming. So we're coming to see 13 laps to go. Laurie Richards of Wales are now swinging up, as there we could see Will of Australia, so too Bates, Thompson, Evie White's in the mix, JP Dantada of India in fourth position. She's been riding really well in this event, scoring points almost every lap around. The Indian rider riding with number 25 bib. She's in fourth position.
Dantada, as you mentioned, is just 3 points away from a medal position for India. And that's the medal. That means points next time around.
Will leading Thompson from Bates and Dantada of India as they head down the back straightaway. The Malaysian are now looking to get late points as well, as there is 2 sets of points to come from now. Thompson trying to come over the top. It moves close for second between Thompson and Bates. Kira Will of Australia 5 points, Thompson of Scotland 3 points, Bates of Australia 2 points, and the Malaysian Hassim taking 1 point, putting her on the board finally.
So let's look at the overall point standing draw. Lauren Bates, or Batesy as they call her in Australia, 17 points. She's just above Kira Will of Australia and Millie Thompson. They are all tied up at 13 points. And we have another tie-up, that is Dantada of India and Evie White. They are both on 5 points, and this is with 1 sprint to go.
Riders are into single digits, coming back to see 7 laps to go. Double points for the final sprint. It is going to be a very tactical sprint indeed to see who will get up and take the bronze and silver. Bates seems to be in a comfortable position. She has to not be able to score in the final sprint, but she has been scoring in every point standing so far this evening. So no, we will not, I don't think we will see her not scoring at all unless a breakaway goes. But Bates now moves to the front as she protects her lead. She's followed from the rider Morton of South Africa. The 2 Malaysian riders right there with them, Will and Thompson, White, Dantada of India, and Laurie Richards just off the back as they are coming back to see 5 laps to go. 5 laps to double points, 5 laps to our new Commonwealth Youth Games champion right here at the National Cycling Velodrome. We still have the third and final ride-off between Salter and the Welsh rider, and a touch of wheels, you could hear it on the back straight as Laurie Richards of Wales makes a move with 4 laps to go. Will have none of it, and she will shut it down immediately. Remember, Will and Thompson are tied on 13 points, so whichever rider crosses the line first will get maximum points to move into silver. Bates now moving up as well. Thompson trying to protect her second place. Bates trying to protect her gold medal as they come around to see 2 laps to go. This is the junior women points race right here at the Commonwealth Youth Games 2023. They're coming back for the final lap.
Australia is at the road controlling. The things that get up around the road to get the bell. Here it is.
With 1 lap to go. Thompson trying to stick into second position, but Will is putting her wheel in a better position. Bates is leading them as they come around. It's going to be Australia 1-2. Thompson will stick in for third, and India will get the fourth, and we'll give you the final point standing. But Bates, unofficially, ladies and gentlemen, will move in, and she will be our new Commonwealth Youth Games champion unofficially.
Completing this point race to the grand total of 27 points. She just comes up. Here, little Australia is second loser with 19 points. Millie Thompson running 4 points in that minus, bringing her up to 17. Ladies
and gentlemen, your points race champion from Australia, Lauren Bates, the new Commonwealth Youth Games champion right here at the National Cycling Centre.
This is why I say the first race is one of my favorites. It's not only the position as to enter the track, it's the also points you collected throughout the entire event.
Officially in second position from Australia with 19 points, Kira Wills. In third position, the bronze medalist with 17 points from Scotland, Millie Thompson. That's your gold, silver and bronze medalist, ladies and gentlemen. What a race indeed, 60 laps, 15 kilometers. It was down to the wire for the silver medal positions. Both Thompson and Will went in with 13 points, but Will just be able to hold off Thompson to take the second position in the double points and get 6 and pull away and just win by just 2 points. So it was very, very close indeed when it came down to the end.
So that's it for the first and only final of the day. First and only final of the day, won by Australia in gold and silver position respectively.
And we've been watching her all weekend long.
Yeah.
She was the road time, individual time trial champion. Her teammate was second, Will. Then Will came back and won the road race. Bates finished second. And the Scottish rider has always been up there, always been up there. Thompson, she has been with them battling all the way, and we would see these riders again going to the World Championships later on this year in Cali, Colombia.
So that they brought the form from the road onto the track, pretty much.
That's right, and they have been looking very good, and they still have a lot of events to go.
But now we head back to the track for the final event of this afternoon's program. This is the third and decisive rival in the men's sprint quarterfinals against this. Here we have Darwish Putra of Malaysia up against William Salter of Wales. Salter took the first ride in a very electrifying manner, and Putra was able to take the second ride. So here we are, and and the third and deciding to qualify for the semis.
It was a photo finish for the second ride, so both riders are evenly matched, Putra of Malaysia and Salter of Wales. The winner of this ride will go into the semi-finals.
So what a day we had of cycling here. What the first day of the National
We'll wait
Cycling
to see
Velodrome.
as Putra of Malaysia
Final event of the
just
day.
rolls around, paying close attention to Salter. Salter has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and we'll wait to see if he'll do any of that like what he did in the first ride-off. It is still Putra from Salter, Malaysia from Wales, as they go around very slowly indeed. As I said, they are equally matched, and we saw that in the second sprint, where it was a photo finish. It was very close in the first ride, closer in the second. Putra from Salter. Putra from Salter as they go around. They'll be coming back for the bell. Riders on some tired legs. It's hard going into a third ride-off. Putra from Malaysia, Salter from Wales. Malaysia from Wales. Malaysia at the center of the track, the Welsh rider at the back. Malaysia from Wales, and the Welsh rider rushes very early. Putra on the inside. The Welsh rider will have to go the long way around. The Malaysian looking very good indeed. It might be another photo finish as they come to the line, but it's going to be very close. But it looks like on the inside unofficially. But we'll wait for the official results.
Very quick announcement as you await the official results from the driver of PCY 2908. PCY 2908. Please move your vehicle immediately. It is an emergency.
By half a wheel, the Malaysian will go through into the semi-finals. Putra of Malaysia takes the third and deciding ride in the final event right here at the Cycling Velodrome. A very good ride. That's it for these two riders, ladies and gentlemen, taking it to 3 rides. It has been an amazing feat for both riders. An excellent ride by Salter of Wales, but Putra of Malaysia will go through to the semi-finals tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this afternoon program. We will be back here tomorrow from 1 p.m. where we will see the conclusion of the certain events for both men and women. We'll also see the women's scratchers final and the men's pursuit final. And we'll have the medal ceremony for all our winning cyclists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Asia Company alongside none other than Ronald Dickey and as well Paul Montano on the live stream. It has been a pleasure being with you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is the 7th Commonwealth UK Trinbago 2023.
What a ride for the points race. We saw the Australians doing such a brilliant ride, dominating as they did on the road. Australia again, these two girls, Bates and Wills, talked to their parents earlier this week at the events, and they are heading to Cali, Colombia. I mean, the father of our Will said he hasn't seen his daughter in 5 months. Wow. She's been racing in the entire year, pretty much. She's been racing in Belgium for a Belgian team for the entire year while studying and trying to finish school. And we saw that. But Thompson of Scotland, an amazing ride to get up there in the bronze medal. But let's not forget the Indian rider.
Yes.
Right? At the dark horse. I did not expect to see her trying to get up in the medals and finishing maybe in about 4th to 5th position. An excellent ride by her as we are closing off the final day. And the men's sprints, it went down to 3 rides between Putra of Malaysia and Solta of Wales. Close photo finish again. We had 2 photo finishes, and we had eventually the Malaysian rider going through to the semi-finals tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be amazing.
It's going to be electric.
Yeah, with the semi-finals and the finals in the pursuit, we have a lot more to come. We will be live again tomorrow, and we'll try our best. Again, sorry about the delays for everybody who is all the way in Australia or South Africa, New Zealand, and looking at us. On behalf of Paul and myself, Ronald, we will see you guys tomorrow as we now just warm down. The cyclists are going to take their time, get back to the village, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.
Catch you guys later.